I am going to show you, count them, 41 companies hiring people to fill top paid remote work or work from home jobs for which you, yes you, my beloved viewers, can apply right now. And watch this video until the end, because I am going to show you all of the information resources that I have encountered that will teach you exactly what you need to know to acquire the skills that you need to perform these jobs, many of which pay well into the six-figure salary range. The call center specialist network support, the customer success team over at Toast. It is a restaurant application. Toast is driven by building the restaurant platform that helps restaurants adapt, take control, and get back to what they do best. A network support specialist at Toast helps customers from the virtual call center, which can be your home, with our cloud-based system to ensure restaurants, clients, functionality, security, and PCI compliance, resolving immediate concerns and identifying potential issues, providing configuration recommendations about this role, responsibilities. Keep in mind, this is an entry-level position. Nonetheless, like I told you in the beginning of the video, watch the video because I'm going to show you exactly how you can better instruct yourself how to perform a role such as this and increase the chance that you make the $20 an hour or the $27 an hour that is listed in the pay range section right here as the top pay for this position. You'll be answering customer inquiries, thoughtful questioning, and active listening to uncover the root cause, provide solutions for restaurant operators with network and hardware issues such as configuring ISPs, document steps, suggest value. So this is entry-level stuff right here for $27. Now, if there are some job requirements that you think you cannot fill, keep watching, because I'm going to show you first off where I have listed the link to this opportunity. So go ahead and click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every money-making and funding opportunity that I encounter. Aside from that, keep watching, because I'm going to tell you how to access all of these free resources for which I and many of the organizations that I list don't charge you a dime. Right here, hiring rate, base salary, apply today. You've got the link right here. You've got the email right here. You probably have to even go any further and just go ahead and include that. But I'm going to show you where the link is listed. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get educated for this, or how to sharpen up your skills and your expertise so you can be the ideal candidate for this position. Digital paid media specialist, U.S. remote opportunity, Grand Canyon Education. Come grow with us. Grand Canyon Education is a rapidly growing educational service company that has long been an industry leader in providing educational, operational, and technological support services to the post-secondary education sector. Okay, responsibilities: support the GCE marketing department's lead generation campaigns by working with third-party media vendors. Neil, hold up. On, baby. How do I perform a marketing role if I don't know how to perform any marketing? Because remember, when I've told you time and time again, for all of you who have been watching any of my previous videos, who have been with me from the jump since I started the Grants for Everyone list of videos on this channel to help people get funded, with over $2 million of PPP, millions of dollars in economic injury disaster loans. I hold a spreadsheet where you can find links to information resources and application portals to Grants for Everyone and all kinds of money-making and funding opportunities, small business resources, of course, the grants, free education. This is probably the most powerful tab on the spreadsheet, especially for the opportunities that I am highlighting on this video and other work from home videos. So if you take a look at the work from home tab, I have created a whole new spreadsheet because it's just so much information. 41 companies, yes, 41 plus. The work from home spreadsheet. And that work from home spreadsheet is right here. I have entitled it Remote Work. Now, right here, if you take a look at that particular position right here, right? Digital paid media specialist, because you have to have some type of expertise with digital paid media. Now, for many of you who've been paying attention, you know that on the free education tab, I give you resources where you can learn this stuff absolutely for free. But to make it even easier, I've gone ahead, social media right here. Row 12 free education. There's a comment. As soon as you scroll over this opportunity on the remote work spreadsheet, you will see a comment reading row 12 free education. You go back to the original spreadsheet, and I'm going to give you links to all this stuff. Just keep watching. And you go to the free education tab, go to row 12, Google Ads. This is paid media right here. This is how you acquire the skills to do this. Facebook also has paid media because basically when you're paying for media, in other words, you're paying for advertisements, you're typically paying Google and Facebook if you're getting results, if you're generating money. So you learn how to operate those two platforms, you are set with any kind of job. And now, these jobs, these are technical skills that you can use to build a business. And even if you don't know how to perform everything, there are things that you don't know. You can hire people to do this. So that's why I got the work for nothing, get paid to do nothing videos, get a $2,500 check a week. Go ahead and check that out. It's in my video list as one of my buckets, right? So the salary range is from $52,000 to $55,000, right, for the marketing specialist. Or we're actually in the digital paid media specialist, which is very similar to the marketing specialist role. Supports the GCE marketing department's lead generation campaigns by working with third-party media vendors. Google Ads. Remember, you got free education on how to do that. Microsoft Ads, LinkedIn, Facebook. The two key drivers of sales and results are Google and Facebook. Everything else, everything is similar. You learn how to target demographics, how to start tracking people through pixels and all this stuff. All that information is out there. Responsible for the media strategy, execution, analysis. Works with assigned vendors to manage vendor communications. Learns key principles of vendor handling. Listen, if you don't understand what these requirements are, go ahead and perform a Google search so you can learn how to do this stuff, right? So let's say I didn't have any information about how to do TikTok ads. Matter of fact, I do have information on our spreadsheet where you can find these links, right? I think there was a free TikTok. There was a free TikTok class. Was it right here? Tick, 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 tick. Not the LaGuardia thing. Right. All right, here, look. Sprint. Do they still? Nope, that's the fruit student loan. Sprint Hello Alice right here. Do they still have this link? Hopefully this thing is still alive. Redirecting you to sprint.helloalice.com/TikTok. I guess it's stuck on stupid, ladies and gentlemen. But there was a TikTok for small business, as you can see right there. And this is the only link. They're still redirecting it so that opportunity may not be existing anymore. But just go on YouTube and you could just be like, advertise on TikTok. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you this much. How to run TikTok, you got all these resources right here. I don't mind sending another channel to do it if they're going to be more specific. How to advertise on TikTok. Let me share something with you. TikTok, look right here. You go to TikTok right here. Grow your brand. TikTok, how to advertise on TikTok. You go to TikTok themselves. You go to the platforms themselves, and they will teach you how to do this stuff. Why? Because you're paying them to operate their platform. Of course they're going to teach you. They certify you to do this stuff. I was Google Ads certified at one particular point. That's how I made my bones, through Google Ads. I was pointing links to offers online to take surveys. And whenever I would sell a membership to a survey site that collect people's demographic to ensure that they were the right fit to take a survey or to attend a focus group to get paid anywhere from $20 an hour to up to $200 for a couple of hours or whatever the case. I attended a focus group, got like $200. I would get a commission for that membership fee, which is like about $50 a month or something like that, or maybe just $50 at the time. It was like in 03, right? I did it through Google Ads. That's how I made my bones. They teach you how to do this stuff. So it was real easy for me to go ahead and tell C-level executives about this, and everyone's like stuck on stupid, like they don't know what's going on, and they were just like, I want you to do whatever you did for yourself to make a few $100s a week on autopilot for our business. That's how I started my interactive agency, Andela. 84% of technologists increased their salary with Andela. Apply to join Andela. They've got a broad array of remote work available for you. You just write your name, get started with this. I have not applied to them myself. Nonetheless, go ahead and do so, and you'll get opportunities. If you're not a technologist, as you know, I'm not technologically savvy. Get it. Get technologically savvy, because listen, The more technologically sophisticated you are, the smaller of a group in which you'll be considered for a job, to develop a business where you're offering a service that many people do not know how to deliver. That's why once I started to delve into marketing, how to make money for other businesses, how to do things that were, quote, elite, right? I started attending these conferences, globally renowned conferences, where people were discussing all these techniques to perform search engine optimization, social media marketing, paid advertising online. There would be hundreds, probably max 1,000 people, and these people are coming in from all parts of the planet. With the millions of people on the planet, I'm like, if only a few thousand, or rather a few hundred people, yes, a few hundred, tops 1,000 people, are getting educated to do this stuff, that means there is little competition. The more educated you are, the less competition you will encounter when doing anything in life. So get educated, and I give you all the resources to go ahead and do that. Senior manager at Reddit, Community Life Cycle. You will. If you don't know what Reddit is, I actually made my bones on Reddit, distributing content for the 2012 Barack Obama presidential campaign and all kinds of mainstream magazines when I worked for Nielsen, Billboard, The Hollywood Reporter, Adweek. You will, together with your team, create strategic initiatives to each stage of the customer journey, including activation, engagement, and retention. Strategically manage, activate all around surface and channels. Reddit is all about building community, and that's what this position is all about, building a community. You may want to volunteer on Reddit and become a moderator so you have an understanding how rules are enforced on the Reddit platform to ensure that people, they leave comments that are not pointing links to other places. They're not spamming the comment section like all these people that you see impersonating me and other people on this platform. There are moderators that do that. So you as an employee, as administration, as part of the administrative staff of this organization, you'll go ahead and moderate the moderators, and you perform community building exercises. And if you don't know how to do all this stuff, if I'm talking Klingon to you, you just take a look at the listing on our spreadsheet where you can find links to these work from home opportunities and ways to get educated. So go to the remote work spreadsheet, to which I'll link you shortly. Just keep watching, right? Where's the Reddit right here? Boom. Senior manager, community life cycle. Row 7, the work from home education. Row 7, where's it at? Meta Community Manager online courses. This Facebook course, which is absolutely for free. Facebook doesn't charge you a dime. They'll teach you how to become a community manager. And you can use these skills to work jobs such as that Reddit opportunity right there. And you can just find this stuff. Look, listen, you need more? Because look, there's not a lot of content here. Just go ahead. Look up community manager, management free course right here. There it is. Boom. You got the Facebook one. You've got Coursera. I think they charge you only if you want the certificate. You don't need the certificate. You just need to produce results. That's it. Look, on Medium, where can I find a good online community management? Sometimes you got to come out your pockets. Listen, I come out my pockets all the time. I've spent, I guess, tens of thousands of dollars, maybe not hundreds of thousands of dollars, on educating myself. Not only formally through New York University, and well, I got a scholarship in New York University, but I did get some loans, and I'm paying, and I have paid for self-education courses where I can self-educate myself on how to perform these tasks a lot better, because it saves me time. I can find all the information that I need. You can find all the information you need to do whatever it is you want to do with your life absolutely for free, such as I have proven to you by listing the free education tab and now the work from home tab with all these free resources. Work from home has some paid resources. Nonetheless, you can save time, and time is your most valuable asset. Because if I could save time, then I can use that time to go ahead and generate revenue as opposed to me looking for the content that I need. And if I find someone, after researching them, that's very qualified, certified, a lawyer, or somebody, let's say if I'm learning law, of course I'll go to a lawyer, or someone who's been working at online marketing for ages and they've got a paid course and they're going to help me save time to learn what I need to do to produce the results for my clients or for myself, I'll go ahead and cough up the paper. Because if I'm spending $1,000 to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars, then what's the point of me being cheap? And plus, it's a business tax deduction. So is the best of many worlds in that particular respect. Ideal profile, proven, autonomously driven leadership, impact. You have worked in a large B2C platform. If you've dealt with community management on Instagram, use your life experiences. How have you worked on a large B2C platform? B2C platform, business to consumer platform. Maybe you have a community on Instagram, or go ahead and build one so you can get the real world experience. Even if you don't make this opportunity, there'll always be opportunities such as these. All right, I'm actually working a B2C platform, YouTube, a mainstream B2C platform where I'm dealing with the community. I'm talking to you on a daily basis. It's a form of community management. I've got experience for this thing. I would land this thing if I wanted to. Significant expertise to a UGC community-led growth. See, UGC. This is exactly, UGC meaning user-generated content. If you don't understand anything, Google it. Google it. Google gives you, and social media and all these platforms that give you access to all the world's knowledge. And always consider the source, of course. Try to go to the most credible source possible. In this role, you can expect build and lead the community lifecycle. Function is the connective tissue between product, content, channels, yada, yada, yada. Here are the benefits right here. Listen, let me explain something to you before you're like, I don't qualify for that, I can't do that. Most of these jobs, they are not primarily looking at your technical skill. Many of them, they have disclaimers. If you do not fulfill all of the requirements, apply anyway. We want to hear what you've got. Because if they find that perhaps you have some skills, but maybe not others that they prefer or require. So we say, we prefer these skills, prefer a bachelor's. I've had jobs that require master's and bachelor's degrees. And I don't have it, but I have equivalent experience. It's all about the time that you put into it, because those bachelor's and master's degrees don't mean anything if you can't produce any results. I know, but if you're driving traffic, and the key is to drive traffic to generate revenue, which I'm very good at, then, you know, they're going to pick you over the MBA. They're going to pick you over anyone who has a bachelor's degree over the PhD. I was teaching PhDs. I've taught PhDs how to go ahead and drive traffic, how to tap into the humongous opportunity available to them on the web to attract eyeballs to their organizations, to their institutions, to their government agencies, platforms. And I did it. And I don't even have a bachelor's degree. I have an associate's degree. I've got like 1 year left to complete my bachelor's, and I did it. Anyway, they want to know primarily, which is the key reason why people get let go or get hired, whether you play well with others. Are you social enough? That's the biggest problem that organizations have, where they have people. If someone is an ultimate expert, yet they're terrible at working with other people, because no one can do anything as simple as ensuring that all the garbage bins in a particular neighborhood are hosed down to the point that the organization is generating thousands of dollars a day, or sending a rocket ship from here to orbit and then having it land right back standing as it was, like it's a Star Wars movie, without a team, without working well with others. No one could do anything without working well. Everything has to be done with a team effort. Everyone only has roughly 5 to 6 to 8, 10 hours a day to work. Even people that work 12, 13 hours, they're lollygagging a lot of the times. They're not really focused on their work. So everyone has a limited amount of focused time to complete the work required to perform whatever. So everything has to be done with a team. That's why they're always hiring people. Elon Musk, he's got a big team behind him, right? He's not sending rocket ships into orbit and building hybrid cars that dodge all kinds of accidents, some of which do get in accidents. That's another story. Without a full team, engineers, designers, people who clean up, everything. It's all a team. You just have to be able to work well with others and have that expertise. So sometimes it just takes you beefing up on that expertise for some time. Listen, I got a help desk job. Practically had no help desk experience. Help desk where I was helping people get back online. No computer experience whatsoever. I studied for this thing for one night. Got a perfect score on the tests they take to evaluate you to determine whether you have the expertise for this thing. I included some of my life experience. I showed them this is how I removed a virus on my computer after downloading all of this bootleg music on Napster, right? And I showed them other life experiences where I helped another business install their POS, their point of sale system, and I integrated that into all these qualifications, and I got hired for a job. I wasn't paying that much. I mean, it was like $10 over 20 years ago, $10 an hour, right? But it was a help desk technician job. I wasn't flipping burgers or doing anything menial, and that got me on the path to becoming part robot and doing everything that I have been able to do working remotely. See, I got the remote work outfit on right now, bang bang, with the pastel colors and all that. Look at the base range for this joint right here, $297,000. Excuse me, I'm shorting it. $297,300 is the top pay for this particular position right here. And they're not even asking for years of experience right here, as far as I can see. Let me just make sure. Nope, not one. Nothing about year. They just want to see who is efficient at doing this stuff. You learn how to do it, get a little practice, you can land something like this. Trust me. Senior accounts payable manager, remote. When I was in college, there was a dude that probably doesn't have as much as half or maybe even a quarter of the professional skills that you watching this video have right now. Because most of you are millennials, right? This guy, well, I mean, at the time, he's my generation or probably a little younger than me, but he was in his early 20s and he was doing this job. He was making $30-some thousand a year doing this. I guess it's paying a lot more now. I didn't see a pay range for this right here. But look, BAS and accountant, they request this stuff. Just go for it. Just like when I tell you to apply for these grants, apply. Let them take whatever it is that you require when you produce whatever. Because if you have equivalent experience, you don't even need these degrees. Because people have these degrees, they don't even know what to do with themselves. Listen, oh man, BA and BS in accounting, economics, finance. Not saying that it's bad to go to college. Listen, I love the idea that I went to college. It saved my life because it gave me the foundation, but only the foundation from which I could learn to do what I do now. Fend for myself on this planet. It gave me the basics. BA, BS, and it facilitated everything for me. High school diploma, GED required, 10 years of accountable payable. Man, they ask it for 10 years, just go for it. Perhaps many of you operate your own business. You can get one of these remote jobs. You're not reporting anywhere, right? These are remote jobs, remote work. Things that you could do in your underwear, just like my PJs right here, right? My pastel PJs. And you could perform this work if you're operating a small business. You probably have that experience operating a small business if you've been doing it for over 10 years or for 5 years, 7 years, right? And this thing, look, this entry-level positions typically if you're just doing accounts payable. It's a senior accounts payable manager, but don't let any of this stuff fool you. Go if you have an idea of how to do this. And if you look at the remote work listing right here accounts payable, you need like Excel. This is the education right here. Right here. Right here. Account, is this it right here? That's the, okay, accounts payable right here. Row 22 and 23. 22, understanding accounts payables and receivables, accounts payable, low cost courses. Udemy right here. These courses, they go for like $20. I mean, if you can't come out your pocket, even $50. If you can't come out your pockets to do something that may give you a better chance to educate yourself, I don't know what to tell you. You're lost because you could, I mean, it's an investment. And like I said, it's a professional investment. It's something that's making you, that is enhancing. If you're not making the type of money that you want to make, then keep educating yourself. Keep educating yourself. Trust me. Regional Marketing Associate for Elastic. I don't know how to market, Neil. I don't know how to market. Take a look. 2 to 5 years minimum experience in field marketing, event management related administrative experience. Go ahead. Look, administrative experience. What have you done to administer your life? In one way or the other, with your children, with your brothers, with your sisters, with your friends. Have you administered throwing a party? I used to throw crazy hooky jams when I was younger. Field marketing. I used to market those things. Market it to the girls I used to pick up in high school, right? When I was in high school. You have no R. Kelly here. You have a let's do this attitude and are excited to drive projects in completion. Excellent communication skills, verbal and written, highly organized and eye for detail, flexibility, strong organizational skills. We welcome individuals, disability. Okay. All right, so look, this is what they want. Look, can you work well with others? Strong organization, you got to be organized. Look, Can you work with spreadsheets? I'm giving you a spreadsheet. You're working with a spreadsheet. I'm giving you the work experience. Come on. Customer service, create and execute targeted regional marketing programs. And let's just take a look. Again, you hit the remote work tab. We go right here for these marketing positions, right? Regional marketing associate, right here. Did I include? I didn't include one. But anything that has to do with marketing, it's all right here. I don't think I included anything because everything was just so general with that one. But I've got all kinds of marketing education right here. Again, you've got community manager. This is all marketing. When it's talking about community manager, you go to the free education tab. Right here, you learn search engine optimization. This is how I made my bones. Search engine optimization is the practice of marketing your website on the search engines. You can learn that on Reddit Big, SEO, Entrepreneur subreddit. All these are marketing courses. How to market on YouTube, how to market on Facebook. It's all right here. It's all right here. I was looking for SEO jobs because SEO, Customer Success Manager, Strategic Account Services, SAS. This role can be based virtually in the United States. You know Amazon, right? Customer Success Manager, responsible for driving seller business growth by providing customer insights and recommendations. Business growth, seller relationship management, play a consultant role with oversight of key strategic activities. Educate sellers, act as a thought leader. Basic qualifications: 4 years professional experience in buying, merchandising, planning, and or relevant experience within customer successes like customer service, account management, management consulting, and a relevant experience in negotiating, nurturing, and growing customer relationships. Bachelor's degree or equivalent. So equivalent. Do you have this type of experience right here? Right? 4 years of dealing. This is customer service experience. You worked at a BK or Mickey D's or whatever, or wherever it is that you worked selling clothes or whatever you were doing. That's customer success experience. Management consultant. And if that's not enough, you still need to know more. Hit the Amazon one right here. Bang, 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 bang. Go to the Amazon job, which is right here. Customer success. Now, did we do anything here? I did not include the comment, but I'll go ahead and include it because I added a management consultant education key thing right here. Management, let me see. Project, yeah, look, product management right here. Free certificate. Oh, here it goes. Management consulting training on Allison right here. You got the free education to go ahead and get the expertise done. And you could incorporate the rest of your personal experience doing this stuff. It's not hard. You just got to know how to structure this stuff. And I'm going to give you links to some resumes as well. And I do that once you subscribe to our newsletter that you can find at bit.ly/Neil Raw. This is a product manager, all levels for WGU. Careers at WGU, product manager position. WGU is an individual contributor role for experienced product individuals who are passionate about delighting users while delivering value to the business. Essential functions: work closely with cross-functional team of stakeholders, end users, engineers, UX designers. You start hiring people to do things on Fiverr or Upwork, you basically got this type of experience. Go ahead and build something. Go to Fiverr and build an application or whatever. And you've got this type of experience. Try to sell this thing on Reddit. Try to get adoption, mass adoption right here. You want to build an application, build an app. I will build an app. I will Android, iPhone app, building app, right? And I can teach you how to build the app yourself too. Well, I'll tell you how to do that. There's just so many opportunities here. I mean, I wish I had time for all of them, but I've got this as a community to manage, to go ahead and provide these resources to you. Manager, customer service operations for Meta. You want to work for Facebook? Right here, I got it listed. And again, I've got all kinds of resources for you to go ahead and learn that. Collections manager, remote select states, right here for US Bank. I'm gonna get through these a bit quicker, all right? You get the drift. You hit the remote work. We're just gonna get through these as promptly as we can, so we're not here for 5 hours. All right, so US Bank, what's that? US Bank, right? Boom. Well, collections, I believe, right? Look, oh, here it goes. Oh, this is the education. Look, debt collection skills. I linked you to a YouTube video. It's an hour long. They teach you debt collection skills. And just Google it. Debt collection skills. Collections manager remote right here. US Bank. Did I include the comment? I didn't include the comment on that one. Debt collection skills, row 17. I'll just go ahead and include it so you can see what I'm doing over here. Boom. And I'll do it little by little. Go ahead and request it in the comment section below. WFH Education. What row is that? 17. Row 17. And it's simple as that. Bam. Just look through all of these. Look. 49 listings right here. Coming from 41 plus companies right here. Bam. Manage your customer service. HEDIS abstractor, applicant data. I think they require, someone asked for this. Hopefully you're watching, who asked me whether I can source a free medical coding training course. I believe you have to use medical coding to perform this job right here. Identify appropriate information for medical records according to NCQA HEDIS technical specifications. Yeah. Either RN or certified coder. So this is medical coding right here. At least 1 year of HEDIS experience, preferred qualifications. I believe 100% work from home. Medical coding is also a nice remote work opportunity right here. So I'll just go ahead and show that because I believe about 2 people asked me for this. Online medical billing right here. Free medical billing training. This website right here. Look, 50 lessons. Actually, this one, look, they're charging $147. Which is not that bad, really. I mean, you gotta do it for free by just Googling it or going to YouTube in it. Whatever you want to do there. But $147, really, if I really wanted to do this stuff, I'd pay it. I'd come out my pockets, honestly. And I pay a lot more. Online medical billing, no, where is it? Is that the only one that I found? I believe I found another one that gave you like a, Udemy always has has low cost classes. Full-time software engineering intern. For those of you who want to get into software engineering, I know a lot of my friends. My friend who is going to retire and go live in Colombia, my mother and my family's country. I was born in the U.S. I was born in New York, Jamaica, Queens, New York, baby. Anyway, if you do software engineering, you could work from anywhere. There is an internet connection. If there's an internet connection on the moon, you can go and set up shop over there. Go ahead and take one of those flights that Musk and the Virgin Galactic dude will be selling shortly, and then just head out there and work from there if you like, if that's your thing. Literally is a fast-growing education company that provides early literacy assessment software to elementary schools. We are looking for recent college or bootcamp graduate support the continued growth of Literally's iOS application, web services, and core processing system. You don't have, when they say boot camp, I mean, you could be someone who just knows how to do this stuff. We work in TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, React, and use machine learning as part of our audio transcription pipeline. Familiarity with these technologies is a plus, but not absolutely necessary. Successful interns will be offered a full-time associate software engineer position after 3 to 6 months as an intern. While this opportunity can be remote, applicants should live in time zone with 3 hours EST. Pay is competitive and includes benefits. So they may pay you for this thing as an intern. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether they mean that they pay you after that, but it's a great opportunity. iOS, I've gone ahead and included a link to learning Swift, which is the language that you use to build iOS applications, on our spreadsheet that you can find by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Rod, Neal Rod. I've included a link down below in the video description. Product Manager, Europe Remote. Let me just, before I even move on to the next one, let me just tell you about this right here. If many of you haven't been watching me, I volunteered for an organization called Black Girls Code. Right here is my wristband. I participated. I worked on a Nike-sponsored hackathon for 2 days. I believe it was 3 days, actually. And several hours more after that, like about 50 hours in total, volunteering to teach our nation's youth, elementary school and some junior high and high school students, how to code, how to program a computer. I qualified for this thing by having a couple of weeks, I guess. I mean, if you add everything up, I probably had like about 3 months of experience. I learned how to code with Python using an application that I found on Computer Circles right here, and I've actually included a link to this if you want to learn how to code in Python. This thing is, if you like solving problems, this is your thing right here. This is beautiful right here. I love this thing. you turn into a mad scientist doing this stuff. I learned how to code using this. I went through this whole program. Didn't look up the answers or anything. You can look up the answers to this thing as well. All the way to efficiency, learn recursion, all this crazy stuff. This is like mad scientist stuff. I was writing code in the air, like trying to solve the equations for this stuff, right? And basically with that experience, I volunteered and taught these children how to start their career path towards becoming a software engineer. And I got an offer to work for the organization. And if you're a software engineer, practically they're not paying you anything less than $45, $50 an hour. So, I mean, and I could have probably sold myself, who knows, probably getting $60, $70 an hour. I didn't do it because I was already operating in this community. I'm not going to leave you for it, of course not. But, I mean, that's how simple it can be to perform these kind of jobs. And once you're a software, you will never be short of a job. So you put some time into it, a couple of weeks or whatever, and take a job where you may not be making as much money, but you're learning this stuff. I mean, I learned it late. Like I could have become, I studied journalism when I was in school. And the career path that I should have taken if I wanted to work for CNBC, or I wanted to work for NBC or ABC or for whatever organization, I'd take an internship. I didn't want to do that because I always want to make money. I'm money hungry all the time. I had a 3.8 GPA when I was in the Board Manhattan Community College, got a scholarship at NYU, maintained like a 3.6 GPA. And then I was just like, because I was always keeping my mind on my money and my money on my mind, and I preferred to work. And I was just like, you know what, let me just stop because I'm not putting my full focus towards this thing. Nonetheless, that's the path. I learned that later on, that you work for free. You volunteer to help people. That's how you network. What can I do for you? And that involves free work. Sometimes you slave it out, baby. What you gonna do? What do you say? Initially, do you develop that relationship? I still slave it out. I'm still doing free work for which I don't get paid. I provide these services. I don't teach everyone. I mean, I don't charge you a dime for any of these resources that I collect that you could use to go ahead and generate revenue. Many people have gotten funded. They've been able to take the next step towards their success using this stuff. And I don't charge, but that's the way you network, right? That's the way you develop relationships with people. Visa's customer experience, like when the people from developed countries would visit natives on an island or some hunter-gatherer society, they always come with gifts, right? The way that the Spaniards, they fooled the Indians and stuff like that. You don't want to fool anybody, but, product management. You will dive a deeper understanding of the customer problems that your product is trying to solve and relentlessly develop solutions to address them. This is not the typical entry-level positions, but I want to give you a different career path where you can get something, where you're generating 30, 40, 50, something well into the six-figure salary range, right? How to educate yourself to do that. I did it with little preparation. You could do the same thing at Visa. And then what you do with that little preparation, you start building on a portfolio with every single win. Sometimes you may want to hire people, you collaborate people, it's still your win as long as you're involved. If you organize everything, you PM the joint, program, and you manage the entire campaign or whatever, right? Then you got to win. And you start stacking that on your resume. I did this, I did that. Why you love working here, right? It's the same thing. We're going to work through these as promptly as we can so we can get through all of them without being here all night. It's like 12:18 where I'm at. SEO strategist. Now, this is not a remote job, and it is a remote job. They're not making it remote over at Verizon. Nonetheless, you can turn this into a remote job. Trust me, I've worked SEO jobs, and I've made them remote. I forced the organization to make them remote. When I was working with Nielsen, it was a salary job. I turned it into a remote job. I just showed that I was more productive when I was at home, and I was hiring people actually to make me even more productive. I was about to say make me look like I was more productive, but I actually was more productive because I was using my salary to do it. I was investing into other people to go ahead and perform a lot of the work for me, or to perform more of the work that I needed to produce and generate and deliver. Right here, SEO. Whenever I see one of these opportunities, this is like a remote job because you could turn it, even if you decide to quit Verizon after working for this thing for a year or whatever, right? Or 6 months or whatever the case may be. You have got a technical skill that once you start talking about it in the right circles, I mean, I got a job with my longest standing client by taking my son to school. The mother of another boy that was talking and playing with my son, she's like, what do you do? I do that. And I do this. I market businesses on Google and da-da-da. And I work with the 2012 Barack Obama featured on Forbes, yada, 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 yada. She's like, I need you. Call my husband. You're hired. Bang. When I met the husband. Anyway, that's what it is. It's just beauty. And this is all in the free education. I've told you time and time again. Right here, look. SEO strategist, developer. What's this? No, this is for not such. This is to learn. Right here. This is actually what I told you earlier. Develop iOS applications using Learning Swift. There goes your educational resource. Big SEO, right? SEO, you got crazy resources right here. You go to the Entrepreneurs tab, the SEO Starter Guide with Google. You've got all this stuff. It's out there. You go to Ahrefs blog right here. This Ahrefs blog, this thing is hot right here because Ahrefs, it gauges the quality of the links that point to a competitor. And the most heavily weighted factor when determining whether a page should appear on the front page or the top of the search results on Google is the quality and the quantity of the links pointing to the websites. So you got to have high quality links and a lot of them depending on the niche in which you are operating so you could be successful. You got the links, you got everything. That's the hard part right there. You've done the hard part. The easy part is you putting whatever is relevant to your website, to your business on your website. So that's remote because you'll be, once you start getting a handle on how to do search engine optimization, you will be remote. People will come to you. Marketing project management. Learn SEO. And you are an internet marketer, okay? 7 years. Listen, you've been doing business and marketing if you've been in business. Many of you have been in business. I'm not going to short you right here. Attempt to hire, data entry. Data entry, this is, come on. This is, this is just typing stuff. I'm giving you some, this is $16 an hour because, listen, you want to get paid big bucks, you got to learn how to get paid the big bucks, right? You want to get paid $16 an hour, you do simple stuff. And for some of you, that may be all you need. So, whatever. It is what it is. Remote project manager. I've got project management courses in the free education tab. DocuSign careers. I have a DocuSign opportunity right here. Real estate projects. All right, so look, you can learn about real estate. Real marketing. What you'll do. Here's one right here. Expert on real estate solutions. Beef up on your real estate. So this is actually the 42nd company. Or even more than that. It's more than 40 companies. I've counted it. Look. 8 years product marketing services in the technology space preferred. All right, so DocuSign, they may be a little more sophisticated, but look at this. 202,000. The beauty about this is even if you don't get this job, a job like this, and I'm going to include it on our spreadsheet anyway, because I believe in you. You can get this kind of work. You deserve $20,000 a month or something close to it, right? I want you to get excited about this stuff because there's money out there. Even if you don't want to go the business route right here. Understand? You could do this. You could do this. God gave you the resources, every single resource, and not giving you too much to handle. Okay? If you want something like this, you've got it. It's right here. I'm giving you some of the resources. You need more resources, go ahead and Google them. We are in the information age, ladies and gentlemen. You can learn how to do anything. Invest in yourself. And trust me, the dividends will be delivered. Email marketing intern, virtual. They pay. Right here, look, $20 to $64. If you don't know that much, do something like this, something entry level where there is a high probability of growth. Why? Why do I say higher probability of growth? Because when you become techie, when you're doing marketing, stuff like that, you could build your own stuff. You build your own product if you want. And you can learn how to be successful, and you produce what 7 out of 10 people in an organization don't. Results. They generate money. And that's all a company wants. They want you to generate revenue or save revenue or resolve problems. If you could do all three, bang! Okay? And you can hire other people who know how to do this stuff better than you with the pay that you're generating. There are all kind of people in the developing world. In India, in Colombia, right? I work with people in Colombia. That's my mother and my family's country. Where you pay people $600 for the month to do all kinds of professional work for you. And you're basically performing. That's how a business is operated. You are a businessman and woman. regardless of what they tell you. Even if you're a W-2 employee, you're doing business with another organization. And the thing is, you're only doing a business with one organization, but if you work it right, you could do it with multiple organizations. So, email marketing intern. And I've included a course on email marketing, right on the remote work spreadsheet. Right here. Where's the email marketing intern? That's one. That's actually where, right here. Email marketing intern, row 85 and 86 of the free education tab. Go to row 85 and 86 in the free education tab. Email marketing course, get certified in email with HubSpot, email marketing. Learn with Google. Remember, I dropped a video on this. There's money in this stuff, right? Right? Evolve, general application. They just take a general application. Manager IT support, stuff you could learn too. I took a help desk job. I was a street dude, and I changed my computer's hard drive to remove it, to free it of that virus for downloading bootleg music. And I got an IT job. IT job. I was the anti-internet. I didn't want to deal with this stuff. And I got that job in like a day. Come on, man. And woman. General application. This general application just lists your... See, that's the thing. That's how you can see right here that they want to see what kind of attitude you have. All right? Are you confident? Anyone who's confident can do anything. Are you confident? Are you inspirational? Because if you do things that you learn something one day, you perform the result the next day, I mean, you're inspiring other people to be better than they are. That's what they want. That's what they want. Can you play well with others? That's how people, they get acquired or they get cut off. Remote creative content editor. All right, this is content development. I've got all kinds of stuff like this. Just take a look at the spreadsheet and take a look at the free education tab, the work from home education. This is supporting strategies. All right, general application. Customer support specialist day shift. And I've listed all this on the spreadsheet. You can find by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Rod. If you don't have the links, drop the comment in the comment section below. I've got the hookup. Customer support specialist day shift, a Thursday, Monday, fully remote. Right here. Customer support specialist. All right. And I even have some customer service courses there to sharpen up those customer service skills. This is all. Like, they don't even want to pay you for this stuff that much. Well, they actually are. Well, I just ate my words. $96,700. All right? This is more of a specialist customer server support person. Wow, that's a lot of money for, well, not really. I mean, if you could work this job, look, receive client inquiries via all access channels, portal, chat, email, and phone regarding product functionality. When appropriate, provide consultative guidance to customers toward the resolution of their service issue. Google this stuff if you don't have the skills to do this stuff. Communicating issues with internal groups to resolve urgent or escalated issues when needed. Evaluate incoming existing tasks. Utilize various methods. I'm not going to go through this all, but look, do it. Look, bachelor's degree preferred, but keyword being preferred. In other words, not fully required. All right? Just show, incorporate your real life skills and experience in it. If you do not have the direct experience coming from a job, it doesn't have to always come traditionally. Excellent analytic, written and verbal. You could develop all this stuff in like a night or at least a weekend, right? Conservatively speaking, a week. All right, learn this stuff. CRM, this customer relationship management system. Learn the different customer relationship management systems. Listen, I've taken jobs that have required me to know different analytic systems. I've picked up on how to use them like right on the job. And or I just take a look at it for a night, watch a couple of YouTube videos on it, learn it, and now I have experience. I have, as long as everything else checks the box, like I was telling you before. Start small and then just start building on that portfolio. Time is going to pass regardless. You're going to get wins. If you don't have wins and you can't get wins, hire other people to do it. Jump on Fiverr. Jump on Upwork. If you're generating a salary of $70,000, $80,000, you're probably getting like $1,000 a week. Take $100 of that 1,000, or maybe even less. Not even that much. I mean, if it's 100, whatever it is, you're still making 10x. Hire people to go ahead and help you produce the result that you need to do, whether it's email marketing, whether it's search engine optimization, building links, getting you results, doing logos or design or whatever. And then you gotta win. I put together a PR blast. I pay like $100 for it right? I actually had my employer pay for it. And I got a Donald Trump partnered event, the Donald Trump Manhattan Golf Classic, right? I got it on golf.com, on ESPN, on all these mainstream publications. That's a win. That goes on the portfolio, that goes on the resume. And I got dozens and dozens of placements just like that, getting myself on mainstream media, right? And that's what built my portfolio. It gets to the point. You have all of these wins. I don't care if my resume's 3 pages, like that's what it is, like 3 pages long, full of wins, with jam-packed, where they're like, wow. They know you're prestigious. They give you the job out the gate with whatever conditions that you set out. You put on a table, like, give me that. Customer care advocate. When you join New York Life, you join a company that values career development, collaboration, yada, yada, yada. Customer care advocate. All right, for New York Life Insurance. This is all basic stuff right here. Look, high school diploma or equivalent required. Associate's or bachelor's degree preferred. Customer service experience preferred. Intermediate office. This is a layup right here. Come on. If you need to sharpen up, there's. I'm not even gonna go through the resources. They're there. Executive assistant. For Boldly, I found a free course on how to become an executive assistant, how to organize stuff. This is for New York Life. This is just basically the general page. DoorDash, about the role. Real-time analyst supervisor. Just learn this stuff. Get the basics and throw your resume at it, your application. Let them tell you no. Don't tell yourself no before you start off with this thing. Try to identify where you qualify. Okay? Actual compensation within the pay range. That's why they always say salary commensurate with experience. Not everyone comes checking all the boxes. As a matter of fact, I haven't found it as yet, but they typically add a disclaimer. Even if you don't fulfill all of these requirements, go ahead and apply anyway. Look, I have a course on how to do script writing and storyboarding. That's what they want for this marketing and brand engagement coordinator. You get all of these skills together, put together your resume showing how you've performed these skills in the past. Look, they want, if you don't have a bachelor's degree, just go for it. Just tell them you have an equivalent experience. Learn the stuff. They want a little bit of expertise. They want you to be a nice person. Customer care representative. Customer care. Entry level. How much? $22.66 per hour. Spanish speaking crisis management representative. If you speak Spanish, I know several of you do that watch my channel. I speak Spanish, both. Otherwise, you may want to learn. Go ahead and pick up Pimsleur or Rosetta Stone or whatever. $35.30 per hour for this particular piece right here. Bang, let's get through them. Find NTT data. Boom. Software engineer. Maintain and improve the existing modular. Okay, so you want to be a software, 3 years of relevant work management, right? But I believe this is a junior position. No, actually it's not. Look at this. $1.1 million right here. Man, it makes me want to be a software engineer. I'm like, I may not get paid that much because I'm not that nice. I know a dude is the dude with whom I work. My man, 100 grand, came up in the streets with me, and he could probably clock this. He's a software developer, leading software developer for a major cable company. Responsibility software, maintain and improve the existing, but they got a $90,000 level as well. So they probably want, it's a big delta right there. 90,000 to 1.1. Whew. Wow. I may put together something for this. See what happens. Proficient in NetC, NetCore, MEF framework. Nah, I'd rather talk to you. 3 years in relevant work management, degree in computer engineering or computer science. Again, if you're good enough, trust me. And you don't even have to hit these boot camps or any of that stuff. Listen, if I would have taken that job with that non-for-profit organization, I would have qualified for this thing already, right? And I still, because there's still some development experience that I have where I've rolled up my sleeves and I got some experience to do something like that. Maybe I'll just drop a video, do it and just drop a video on how I'll land one of those joints. Social media and digital community manager. Community management, just like that Reddit position. The Reddit position pays more. $80 grand. That's like $1,000 a week after taxes. Well, if you got kids, right? I had one boy at the time when I was doing. So I had one boy and I was married, and I was getting like about $1,000 a week when I was making $80,000 a year. That's a W-2 filed income employee. The core banking and checking deposits director, right? You learn this stuff. I know a lady who is doing debt collection for a bank, for a major bank. I won't name the bank in particular, but I mean, I don't know how much she's making, but she doesn't have any experience in this stuff. I mean, I believe she went, I don't even know if she has a bachelor's degree or any college education whatsoever, but she worked herself up through the ranks and she knows how to do this stuff. Now, you know, she showed that I guess she studied up on some of the qualifications required and she did it. I mean, even when I had a job with the bank before with Chase Manhattan Bank, I mean, I had no banking experience. I mean, it wasn't, that's not a major job, but whatever. The salary range for this position, $225,000. Learn this stuff. Core banking and checking deposit. Strategic mindset, demonstrate history of leading digital product value, propositions, experience creating, ability to influence at multiple levels in organizations, strong people leader, excellent communication skills, financial. You got to work your brain. 10 years of senior level digital product management experience in financial services. That may require that because, I mean, Citizens Bank, they're going to have people who are pretty sophisticated in there. But sometimes, if you are on somebody's good side, look at all these people that get jobs. And the other thing, like back in the hood, people would be like, you can't get a job unless you get a hookup. I mean, once I adopted the philosophy of, then just get the hookup. Just get the hookup. Start hanging out with people with whom you could work. I did so. I mean, I got in jobs with mainstream organizations by hanging out with people with whom I wanted to work. That's all I hang out with now. People with whom I work, they're my friends. You do business with the most beautiful thing. You get into the business of making friends, always offering how you can be of assistance. Right? When I started working for Forbes, I was driving crazy traffic to Forbes, right? Putting money into Steve Forbes' pocket, right? Or his trust or whoever owns that organization now. Putting money into that organization's pocket, making the executive editor of that publication look well. When I finally met this guy for lunch, he asked me, what can I do for you? Can I write for Forbes? Bang, bang. A couple weeks later, I got like a $2,000 check off my first article. Credit risk professional, right here. Independently write SaaS code. And that's the beauty of having technical skills. You have a gift to offer everybody. Like search engine optimization is beautiful because with me, I would just drive traffic for free to magazines and I'd have their ear. When there's thousands of people sending them pictures, they don't listen to them. 3 years of advanced user of SAS, SQL. Python, I just showed you a full curriculum. You get through that, you're going to know Python. You'll be able to use those skills to learn to do more complex things with Python. SQL, SAS. SQL, this is how you manage databases and stuff like that, you know, that work with WordPress. I have experience in this stuff. This is something that I could probably do right here. I know how to operate Python. I could do SQL. I would have to learn SAS. I don't know, 3 years advanced user, 3 years of credit risk management in a large financial a regional bank environment, right? 3 years of quantitative analysis. Just think about the experience you have with a bank. I mean, all of you are bank. You've had bank accounts, right? And I mean, just go ahead and incorporate your life skills. How can you incorporate that into this ability to lead and learn what it takes to do this? There's courses that'll tell you credit risk management, right? Just do a credit risk management like this, and again, boom, free course or whatever. You'll get information. Credit risk course, study free for 14 days, right here. Look, Class Central, credit risk fundamentals, bang. Bang, they teach you how to do this stuff. It's all right here. Global Business Travel Forecast. Okay, this is the wrong link. This is actually the organization, one of the organizations. Did I pull up the opportunity? I'm pulling up more pages than I require. Travel Experience Counselor to virtual. Business Travel Consultant, experienced. All right, so this is the experienced version. Creating complete travel arrangements, ensure who hasn't traveled? If you haven't traveled, then go travel. If you're from New York, go to PA. Go to Florida. Take one of those buses that cost like $100 and get some some traveling experience under your belt. I could do it. I mean, come on. My thing is, I decided to get into search engine optimization without any technical experience whatsoever. I mean, I had technical experience, but I got into help desk work first, right? CWT right here. Look. Right here. You want to become a travel agent? This is simple. This is preschool right here. If not, find a free course. I've showed you how to do that already. I already trained you on how to do that. Bears Dev. Applicants. So you go ahead and create a profile to go ahead and become an applicant to one of their opportunities. Content SEO Tools Marketing Co-op. I've shown you time and time again how to do SEO. Let's not even get through this. Look, keyword research and competitor analysis. Go ahead and perform some YouTube search. Look, Ahrefs. Remember the Ahrefs blog that I showed you about in the free education tab, the most powerful tab on a spreadsheet. Google Data Studio. Those Google certification courses that I showed you, they'll teach you how to work with Google Data Studio, how to work with Google Search Console. Oh my God, this is a layup. $25 an hour. And if they're not paying, that's not a lot of money for us. SEO Tools Marketing Co-op. This is actually, well, this is like an entry level, look, like a paid internship. And look, they're still paying you money right here. So, bang. Go for it. HubSpot. Hustle is a HubSpot organization. I was just performing some research on it. You want to perform research on these organizations. Find out who are the subsidiaries and run up in there. Go ahead and perform some patent searches and find out what are their patents. Blow them off their rockers. Trading service representative. Like they're going to be in a rocker when they interview you. $31.20. You trade. The trading services representative. How many people are teaching you how to trade on YouTube right now? How to trade stocks and bonds and all this other stuff. Look, client service, experience, aligned responsibilities. Go for it. Listen, if you go ahead and research the hiring manager, go ahead and perform a query for that person on LinkedIn, on Google. And just figure out how you can, if you see that that person loves Perrier water, you may want to come into the interview with some Perrier or a bottle of their favorite LIQ or whatever. You could look up people online and determine what it is that they want. You get enough people what they want, they'll get you what you want. Digital marketing campaign manager. I've shown you enough marketing. Oh my God, 137,000. I shortchanged it again. $137,900. Oh my God, with a bonus potential of 5% right here, just for some marketing skills, for a year. I mean, I could do that in a month on YouTube. So, I mean, you want to learn how to do YouTube, you could do that too. Customer care representative remote. That's why I don't go for this stuff, but right here. There's opportunities all over the place. If you're bilingual, even better. Customer care. That's just another word for customer service. If you are bilingual, it's even better. Look, bilingual. If you want to learn how to be bilingual, you could listen. I was learning. I'm talking back and forth with my Greek waiter out in Floral Park. And after practicing Greek for like 2 weeks, remote service center representative. You can become bilingual. If I had time, I'd become trilingual at this juncture because I already know English, Spanish, and a little Greek. And I'm starting to learn a little Mandarin and all that. Remote service center representative. There's another customer service. See? Customer service. Come on. Entry level. Preschool. Customer service. For that organization, I think I switched to it. It's all listed on the spreadsheet. Enterprise customer service. It's all customer service. Now we're going into, there's the easy stuff. You went through the hardest stuff. There's all the customer service right here. Look how many resources I'm showing. Working Solutions.icms, TTEC, Help Desk Service Desk, Cisco VoIP Solutions. I think I showed you an organization with which I do not partner, but I hear raving reviews. $59 per month right here if you do it monthly. Annual, $579 a month, and you get access to all these courses that certify you for like A+, Network Plus, Security, Project, SaaS, Microsoft 365 certified, CCNP, AWS certified. AWS, this is like for Amazon Web Services. So look, all this content right here for like 500 and change. That's nothing if you could generate well into the six figures. You'll get six figures. Trust me. If you don't get it from one of these jobs, you'll get it independently. Once you are a techie, it's like you're free. It's like they unplugged that cord that was hooked up to the back of your neck, and you're not a slave to the matrix anymore. Listen, it's freedom. Bilingual data entry specialist. This data entry. Oh, God. Pre-K 3. Airbnb customer service representative. Remote. Right here. Bang, 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 bang. It's right here on Sutherland Global. You got that access right on the spreadsheet you can find by visiting our subscription page, bit.ly/Neil Rod. Sutherland Associate Customer Service, Airbnb again. On this Bogota. Remember, number of people, they're leaving the country. They're going to other countries. I mean, red, white, and blue all the way, baby. I stay here in my country. You know what I'm saying? But it's a big delta in terms of cost of living. If you are making tens of thousands of dollars, you're living like a millionaire in these countries, especially in Bogota. It's where my family's from. Well, my family's from Barranquilla in Colombia, but Bogota is the capital. And, I mean, you got your private butler, your private driver. You got people cooking for you for a few hundred bucks every month, $400. You got like a private cook and all this other stuff. And customer care representative, Louisville, Kentucky, right here, customer care. Bon, I'm just closing these things. Airbnb. Drop your questions in the comment section below. We're getting through these as promptly as possible because I think I've been on this. How long have we been on this over here? Oh, an hour. Wow. Transcribe me. I don't even think you have to apply for this thing. You just gotta look. You can make up to $22 an hour, and top monthly earnings at $2,200. Boom. Customer service advisor and technical support advisor, mobile device and services, working from home. If you don't have the tech, look, $17.31. It's not paying that much, so it's not going to be highly competitive for this stuff. But this could be the kind of job that could put your foot in the door where you can start learning technical skills. Look, they provide computer equipment, and it's 100% work from home, and you're able to do this stuff. Travel agent. I mean, come on. My man that's heading out to Barranquilla for the carnival right now. I just hooked him up with some tips. Man, probably more qualified than this travel agent could ever do, trying to keep him out of the terrible neighborhoods. Customer service representative, remote in New York. Customer service, come on. Again, pre-K, belay, website specialist. You get to test out websites. You know, the type of person that's always complaining, if I'm not mistaken. Regularly audit and test websites. That's all you got to do. Matter of fact, I may just keep this for another video because that's an easy job right there. And to transcribe me as well. Customer service for TT Tech. Come on. Customer service, business sales consultant. Business sales. Matter of fact, Springboard. There you go. You want to learn tech sales? This organization right here, what they do is they allow you to take the boot camp to learn how to sell technological products, apps and stuff like that, get people to adopt the technology, and you pay them after you're done, after you get a job, actually, right? It's kind of hot, if I'm not mistaken, based on what I'm reading over here. Again, not financial advice, simply what I am reading right here. I'm relaying this information for you, right? Let me see what we got right here. Tuition, right? Up front, look, deferred tuition. Pay after starting a new job. Apply today for the disc. See that? Come on. And people are getting six figures. I think I saw someone was getting like $300,000 doing this stuff, working like 2 of those jobs. So I don't know. So you get bonuses. I mean, if you know how to sell, forget about it. Selling tech is not, I mean, people have to use it eventually. Communication specialist right here. This is PR stuff. If you work with IT, so you start to mix PR and IT, and you just become that more powerful. Enterprise Customer Success Manager with Twilio, right? Yep. Just take a look at the skills. I've got the resources in there. Like I said, they just want you to play well with others. $108,000. Come on. Free training videos on how to operate Tableau. A number of these opportunities, they require you to know Tableau. Now we're going to get into a number of the work from home education resources. So Tableau gives you free training videos right here. Look, medical coding. Look, Udemy. All these medical coding courses for those persons that were looking for free. Develop apps for iOS. Just learn Swift. Right here. 14 hours and 40 minutes of free training. This is the digital era, ladies and gentlemen. CPC. Starting at $28.95. This one, I don't think that Allison, well, medical coder. They've got a medical coder right here. What is the average annual salary? $45,000. Look, Easy steps to becoming a medical receptionist, comprehensive guide. I have all this linked. All this linked right here. Cybersecurity and healthcare. Online medical coding. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I'm done. Debt collector. These are just the courses right here. Debt collection skills. Yep. Product management. Become a product manager. Look, all the skills like I told you before. Boom. But there's actually the pants I got on. Look, $19.99 and you can learn a number of skills right here. How to become an executive assistant. How to do it the right way. To get access to all the links that I covered in this video, subscribe to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Rod. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you can learn about even more resources that I encounter to generate revenue, to fund your idea or be whatever it is that you want to be.